This is Peter for DrVoIP, another tech tip featuring ShoreTel Enterprise Contact Center. In this video clip, we're going to be taking a look at the ShoreTel Enterprise Contact Center, and we're going to configure a basic system and get a simple contact center up and operational. The ECC runs on a distributed voicemail application server, so first you will have installed the DBM, and then you will have installed the enterprise contact software on top of that DBM. I'm not going to waste any film clip time showing you the install. It's pretty straightforward. We will look at the results of that install from both the ShoreTel side and the ECC side. Then we'll configure route points on the ShoreTel headquarters server. Check out the licenses on your ECC configuration. We'll configure a basic system, a very small system, but just show you how the agents, groups, services, IRM, basic scripting work together to create a contact center solution. We will configure a supervisor application. Then we'll configure the agent toolbar and test and turn up the system. So with that as the basic syllabus, let's jump in and get started with the Enterprise Contact Center solution. So let's go configure some agents. Agents are probably the simplest entity in the system to configure. Obviously you need agents and you need groups. Agents go in groups, groups go in supergroups. Generally, groups target services, and services are reached by IRNs, and services may contain scripts. So let's put these things together and make a small system. So the first place we do is go to agents. This will bring up an interface that's very intuitive. I've already created a few agents here. Let's go ahead and create a new agent. Let's call that agent Ben, and give Ben an extension of 118. Just to keep things simple, we'll give him a password of 118. We'll select the answer strategy for Ben. We're going to currently list him by group order, and the call select strategy will be by the longest wait. So we'll go ahead and finish that up. You'll notice that Ben can be assigned groups and he can be assigned skills. Before we can assign skills or groups, we have to go and create those things. They'll appear over here, but we haven't created a group yet. I want to point out class of service. So we can assign Ben to one of two classes of service. I've created a class of service called Supermen and one called Tax Staff. And the differences between these are displayed in this tab here. So you would create a new class of service, and you would select the various functions that members of that class of service have access to. So in the case of the Superman, we'll make Peter a Superman and Brian a Superman, and in the tax support we'll make Ben and Sean members of tax staff. Now this doesn't mean that that's the group they're part of. They're all agents, but they are in fact agents with different capabilities. A Superman has the ability to make changes to his own toolbar, for example, whereas someone else, you may not allow them to make changes to their toolbar. He can engage in agent chat and have access to the desktop wall board, whereas tax staff may not do those activities, may not engage in that activity. So that's pretty much what you need to know about configuring an agent. So let us go ahead and create some groups now that we have our agents. Groups are relatively straightforward. Let's go under entities, select groups. You be confronted with the new button. Let's create a group called, I don't know, sales. Give it a unique number. It has to be unique, can't be used anywhere else in the system. Let's create another one called TAC. And at this point on the details page, you'll notice that I'm working with a group TAC, even though sales is highlighted. Be careful of that. We're working with TAC right now. So the name, the number, short call threshold, we have some parameters here about the type of group that this is. This is a voice group. It could be a chat or a callback group. It could be an email only group. We'll cover those in a different video clip. Right now we're staying focused on the basics. So this is a voice capability. This group calls that come here are going to be interfacing with agents as a result of an incoming call. Here we can set certain targets for our reporting purposes. You know, the service target interval we'll later explore when we talk about reports, but this is where you'll go and change those kinds of things. The existing thresholds are set for you. You'll go in here and adjust these to meet your various service goals. We're not going to cover staffing in this clip, but you have the opportunity to create staffs for reporting purposes so that you can measure performance against predicted staffing levels. What we do want to do, however, in the group TAC, we want to go and add, actually we're going to add all of these people to the TAC group. And then, like everything in ShoreTel, if you don't save it, it didn't happen.